Cubs prospect Cade Horton. This guy, he has a filthy mix, Lance.
Yeah, the pitch to key in on here is the sliders. It dominates righties. This is the reason they drafted him.
First batter, Nelson Rada. That ball is hit well, grabs a little outfield grass, so that'll be a knock for Nelson Rada to get things started before the Halos.
Nice, good pitch.
Dirty pitch right there. Nips the outside corner of the plate, and that was by design. He pounds him in, and then goes slightly away. That ball hit well, almost found a gap. Felix Stevens gets that one in. However, the run will cross, and just like that, the Cubs, they're in a 1-0 hole. Top of the first, one out.
Yeah, the one thing with Cade you could kind of critique is fastball shape. I mentioned he cuts it. That's not a barrel right there, but that's a hard hit ball. I know he's probably trying to clean up some of the fastball location to lefties, but I don't mind him kind of like picking on the outer third there and trying to get guys change up off that. So,
damn. Oh, there you go, Big Mo.
Yeah, Fontanelle, he goes down. Moises Ballesteros, quick release right there, and there you have it, 2 outs. This is what you want to see. Ballesteros, we know what the bat is, but the defense. This one from Foster, lifted into left field. Christian Franklin reels that one in. So, top of the first, it's a thing of the past. Halos up 1-0 on the Cubs.
Caden Dana is probably the best pitching prospect in the Angels organization. Since '94, he debuted last year. Nasty slider, throws a change and a curve off that.
From Moises Ballesteros. Ballesteros, the number 4 prospect in the Cubs organization.
He has such a smooth swing and just finds a way to connect.
Franklin. Safe right there.
Everybody's running.
Everybody's
running. Let's do it.
No one is wasting.
You could have stolen
got the
base.
green
You could have stolen base.
Yeah, really going to try to tap into the ability to push the envelope, take that next base, go station to station. And when you're able to steal bases like that, all that results in is runs. Big Mo, safe at second.
Let's go, Mo.
RBI in the process. That's what you want to see.
The bat is what's going to get him in the lineup. The defense is what will keep him in the lineup.
And I love him hustling there around third base. A little misplay by the right fielder. Let's go. That was awesome.
Kevin Alcantara, 278 so far in Cactus League play. And if there's a lot of optimism that surrounds big Moises Ballesteros, there's even more with Kevin Alcantara. That ball hit well up to left and up and away. He is touching all 4 bags, a 2-run pump, and the Cubs, just like that, Lance, they're out 3-1.
Yeah, that's great stuff. Kevin is the man. Bat speed is off the charts with him. I think it was a fastball, a little miss by Dana there. He took advantage of it.
And this young man, as long and lean as he is, he has that next level light tower power. The Cubs and the bat-to-ball skills on full display, and just being able to rack up hits and being able to do that at a premium clip. Next batter is Felix Stevens.
Hit his bat. I'm just calling foul ball there.
Foul ball, yeah. That's definitely a foul ball. Caught a lot of barrel on that one.
That's
what happens when you're 6'5".
Yeah.
Defensive position as well is limited to some extent, but the power again is insane. We get a fleet of foot, Mr. James Triantos Jr. I love it.
Absolutely, Triantos. He comes on home, and you see Hernandez. He gets the steal right there, and once again, everybody is off and running today. So catchers, make sure you bring that arm to the ballpark. Something tells me this is not how the Angels drew this one up.
Slider down away, strike 3. Give me it. There we go, baby. Pulling a little Tony Romo on my ear, calling things, but that was pretty obvious there, I thought. After the slider miss up in, he swung through. Just give him another one.
That's impressive.
There's Cade Horton making quick work of the Angels. Strike 3 right there, still 4-1. Moises Ballesteros.
This is the matchup you lock in on. This is a top pitching prospect, major league quality guy versus a major league quality hitter.
Another knock. Moises Ballesteros. Making mention, bat-to-ball skills at least. He's superb.
I love watching him hit. Nothing changes about him, no matter what's happening. He knocks it through somewhere. He always finds a hole.
Bottom of the third, still a 4-1 lead for the Chicago Cubs. James Triantos Jr.
See that one?
Yeah, right there. Just hitting it where it's pitched. Triantos, the one thing that jumps off the page, he's never hit 7 or more home runs in a minor league season. So the bat to ball, that's one skill that he needs to sharpen as much as possible.
That's good contact.
Unbelievable. That is what you want to see. Station to station baseball. Get him on, get him over, get him in. Run will score. It's now a 5-1 affair. Cubs out in front, and they have the pedal firmly down to the metal, at least.
Like all these hitters are going for it. That's down and away, and what does he do? He just goes with it. I mean, this is a guy who has power, a lot of pop. He's big, so to see him go down and get it and not try to pull that, that's a good piece of hitting.
Bases loaded for these Cubs who have been swinging the bat early and often. Moises Ballesteros getting a lot of good wood in this ballgame. Dribble to shortstop. Ballesteros thrown out at first. That's the third out of the inning. 5-1. Randy DeJesus trying to overcome this 4-run deficit. Top of the fifth, 1 out. Will Sanders puts that one right across the heart of the plate, and DeJesus deposits that into left center field. Souvenir for a fan, and that makes it a 3-run ball game, a 5-2. That ball absolutely drilled the lead.
That was a breaking ball that just caught too much of the plate. I mean, it was pretty much center.
You can watch Mo there, like gloves out or third, as Lisa said, it just caught too much of the plate. He's just leaking that arm side back.
Doesn't matter how quick your bat is, as long as you can get that barrel to the ball and meet it out front. Kevin Alcantara, all about timing in that one. Timed up to perfection. Drilled to center field, finds himself on base, bottom of the 6th. Kevin Alcantara, he brings so many different things to the table. Airtight defense, the ability to hit the long ball. He can steal a base on you, and then he just does that. He speeds everybody up, because as my man was going out there trying to field the ball, what was he doing? Eyes on Kevin Alcantara. And Long John Silver, he's safe at first base. Chris Cortez, he has good stuff. It's been a cavalcade of SEC pitchers. We saw South Carolina earlier, Tennessee, and Texas A&M to play at the plate. Alcantara cut down.
This is now the 3rd ball we've seen hit like this in this inning, so he's doing something, because Alcantara was the only one to be able to square one up.
He tried to sell it.
Yeah.
But it's funny because
I was sold for a second.
Yeah, completely different ball game as he makes that move from the collegiate to the professional game.
Yeah, it's a nasty secret from Cortez. 6 swings really again.
Highly heralded prospect for the Angels. Our guest right here on the broadcast, Cubs catcher Moises Ballesteros. Big Mo, what did your offseason routine look like? How were you able to maybe take the uniform size down a few ticks?
Time. I watched the homer.
Oof, yeah, that ball absolutely drilled. Ethan Hearn.
Oh, yeah.
Getting all of that one. I know you like to see that, Mo.
Boy, Henry! Yes. Nah, I mean, it's trying working my body, and then my off-season is like looks more strong, looks more shape. So I kind of try to my best time to here and the off-season.
Ariel Armas back there behind the dish now for the Cubs. That ball by Ariel Armas charged up, and that one, well, it's not going to be held by Sloan Park. An absolute scrum with everyone out there trying to get themselves a souvenir, and oh, that ball absolutely hammered. Always what you want to see when these young guys are able to go in the spring breakout game and break out. And there it goes. No undershirt required, channeling his inner Jim Riggleman. Back half of the 8th inning, Cubs with a commanding lead right now. We just got off the interview with Kevin Alcantara, and look at that.
Oh, wow.
Giving the kid the Bee Gees. That young man will remember this moment for the rest of his life. Big Jack Neely throwing his hat into the ring for one of the best mustaches in all of Major League Baseball. We saw him a season ago with the Cubs. He's poised for greatness, Lance. Yeah, Capri Ortiz, he goes down on that one. Neely locked in. Cole Fontenelle challenging Jack Neely. That one turned around, lickety-split. Fontenelle getting up and out of here, making it a 5-run ball game. Now 8-3, Cubs still in the driver's seat, but the Halos trying to close that gap just a taste. 2 outs, top of the 9th. Jack Neely dealing to David Mershon.
There it is.
There it is. Jack Neely putting this one in the books. What more could you ask for? An 8-3 final, and this team from the very beginning, they came out, they swung the bats, they were active on the base paths, and the final score, it lends to that at least.